Hello students, today we are going to study about the network security. What is network? It is a collection of devices that send any type of data or information from sender to receiver. Once a network is established successfully, the other term that comes into our mind is the security. What basically security do? That will provide the protection to your data, right, and your privacy. We are mainly focused about the computer security. What the computer security says, that it is a process of detecting and preventing any unauthorized use of your laptop or your data, right? So we have to make a trace of malwares or malicious programs, anything that can affect your system. Okay. And in this entire scenario of security, the most threatening element that comes into existence when we talk about the network security or data security is the malwares. What malware is? Malware is basically a malicious program, right, or malicious code. It is also known as a malcode. And what a malware do? It generally get into a system and do whatever illegal activity or unauthorized activity it wants to perform. It will do there, right? So the basic kind of mysteries that is being performed is done by malware. There are different kind of malwares such as virus, worms, trojan, spywares, adwares, and backdoors. So in this entire lecture we are going to learn about the different kind of malwares that are there and their types also. First of all, let us discuss the worms. What are worms? They are basic type of malwares which create their copies in the system. It does not affect any of your file or data. It does not damage your system. It does not make any changes to the files and data on your system, but it create and it replicate itself. Okay, its replication nature. Due to its replication nature, what are the problems that we face in our system is it occupy a lot of space. That will create a memory issue, right? It will degrade the performance of the system, because when our memory get full, then the performance of the system automatically can degrade, right? So worm does not damage or intentionally damage any of your stuff or data, but it will create the replicas of itself, so that a large amount of memory or large amount of the resources is being is under control of this worm, and that will automatically decrease the performance of your system, right? Next, what comes is the virus. Virus is a dangerous version of malware rather than worms, because the virus generally manipulate, change, damage, or harm your system, right? Worm does not do that, but virus do. So when a virus get into your system, it will corrupt your data, it will delete your file, it can change the data you want to access, it can hide that file, or it can change the operating system, it can affect the motherboard as well, right? It will replicate itself, it will trigger itself. Once you came into a contact to a virus, it will trigger itself and get infect your file, your data, anything, right? So virus is a complicated version of malware. How a virus get into your system? There are a number of ways through which a virus get into your system. First of all, the most common way through which a virus get into your system is the images. If the images or audio files, mp3 video files, once you get download all with these files, the different type of virus get usually attached, right, or easily infect these type of file formats. So once you download these files in your system, the virus easily get transmitted to your system. Or the different way if you attach a different type of hard disk or pen drive into your system, the virus easily get transmitted to your system. There are different type of viruses. Basic viruses are the file virus, macro virus, master boot record virus, boot sector virus, polymorphic viruses, and stealth viruses. Right. So we will discuss one by one what are these viruses do and how they affect or damage the system. File virus. Basically, what a file virus do? It will affect the file that get loaded into a memory. It is a memory resistant virus. Okay, so it will get attached to one of your file, and once that file get into your memory, then it will try to affect all the other files in the memory, right? So the main purpose of this virus is to affect as much as program that comes into its contact or that comes into the contact of that particular file. Next comes the macro viruses. What macro viruses do? They are also a memory resistant virus. Once they will affect the data files, right? Words, Excel, PowerPoint file, and once they affect the these type of data files, it's very difficult to repair these type of data files from a macro viruses, right? So file viruses generally is a memory resistant virus. Once a program affected that is being affected by the file viruses get loaded into the memory, it will affect all the other programs as well. But macro viruses directly affect the Word, PowerPoint, Access file. What kind of effect it will create? That is, it will change the data, it will change the language of the data or extension of the file. It can delete the file, corrupt the file will not get opened, right? These type of activity a macro virus performs. Next comes the master boot record files, MBR virus. MBR virus is a memory resistant virus that copy itself to the first sector of the storage device, right? It will affect the first sector of the storage device, and which is basically directly linked with the OS loading programs, right? So MBR virus, if you want to clean any type of MBR virus, you can clean it by cleaning the MBR area. So a master boot record file virus will generally affect the first sector of the storage device. Next comes the boot sector virus. What a boot sector virus do? Boot sector virus will affect the boot sector of hard disk drive. They are also memory resistant virus, right? But it is very difficult to clean the boot sector virus because it will affect, once the operating system start, it will affect the boot sector virus, right? The boot sector of the system. So its cleaning is very difficult. Next comes the polymorphic virus. As we can see that the name suggests polymorphic virus. These viruses encrypt themselves. So what do you mean by encrypt? They change their behavior each and every time. Every time of the infection they behave differently, right? So it is very difficult to detect them because at every time for example, maybe first time it will affect a file, next time it may not affect the file, it may affect any other thing, or it may change the name of the file. So we are in a dilemma to detect these type of files or viruses. These type of viruses, that's why known as polymorphic viruses. Next comes the stealth virus. Stealth virus generally is a different, generally avoid the different kind of detection. It generally harms the head of the hard disk, right? If we want to access some particular data, then it will manipulate the movement of head. If you want to access the particular sector number 20, then it will manipulate the movement of the head towards 18 sector, towards 17 sector. So whatever output we are expecting, we don't get that particular output, right? So it altered the movement of the hard disk sectors or read write sectors. Okay, So these are the types of viruses we know. Next comes the Trojan. Trojan is another type of malware that generally pretend to be harmless. Okay, it generally does not reveal itself, or you may not notice anything different in your system. But if your system get attached to a Trojan, it will slowly degrade your security system and make your system as a backdoor entry to each and every malicious program that get easily downloaded to your system, right? So Trojan has a different kind of nature, and it has a different way of attacking the system or creating any kind of malicious program. On the basis how a Trojan affect the system, we have a different type of Trojans, such as remote access Trojan, data sending Trojan, destructive Trojans, proxy Trojans, FTP Trojans, and denial of service attack Trojans. Right, these are the Trojans which is being categorized on the basis of their nature, right, how they affect, right? So these are the different type of Trojans. Now we comes that how a Trojan get unnoticed and perform its task. What are the different kind of activities a Trojan use to affect your system? First of all is the creating backdoor entries, right? Once your system get affected by a Trojan, it will create a backdoor entry. It will attack your security system, so that the other malware get easily get access to your system, or hacker easily get access to your system. So the first step of a Trojan is to create a botnet, right? Second step, maybe our Trojan is specifically designed for spying purpose. It will remain unnoticeable until you enter some of your crucial data, right? Crucial data, or your password, your credit card number, CVV, mobile number. So once you enter any type of this type of crucial data, it will get activated automatically. Okay, it will not get notified until you are not entering any kind of specific data. So this type of Trojan is the spyware basically. Next thing is the turning your system into zombies. Most of the hackers are not interested in your systems, right? But they just want your system in the network so that they can operate or treat your system as a zombie and get access to the next system, because your system is authorized ones, right? And they want to create a image to the next system that the data is coming from an authorized system. So they control your system and they want your system as a zombie system. Next, what a Trojan do? Sending costly SMS messages. Some of the Trojan can affect the phone as well, right? So in that cases, it can use your data, it can use your message recharge vouchers to create a premium number, right? So this type of activity a Trojan can perform. Next type of malware comes is the adware. What a adware do? Adware basically get attached to the advertisement, right? Once you visit a website, or once you open a web browser, some kind of advertisement automatically pop up, right? So adware viruses or malwares get attached to that particular advertisement. So knowingly or unknowingly, when you click on that advertisement, that adware get automatically downloaded, right? And then it can change your data, or it can affect your system, whatever they want to do. So adware is basically because they hide themselves behind the advertisement banner display, so that they get unrecognizable and they can easily perform their task or get into your system very easily. Next comes the spyware. Spyware are basically a type of program that is being installed into your system without your permission. because spyware keeps the track of each and every activities that you perform on your system, whether you reach a bank website, whether you reach any kind of websites, or what is your browsing history, what kind of files you have. So spyware become a dangerous one when our system is important. Once for example, if a spyware affect a system of RBI, right, or any important bank account, finance, right, so there it get enormous kind of important information that is very important, right. So in that cases, spyware is a dangerous malware. Last came the spam generally produce a flood of mails to your electronic junks, right. It is an electronic junk mail, or generally produce a flood to your mail system, which generally avoid any important task, just want to flood your system. So spamming is a method of flooding the internet with the copies of same messages, so it will reduce the resources or effective uses of the resources also. Okay, so in this entire lecture we have discussed different type of malwares, that is worms, different type of viruses, microviruses, file, boot sector, master boot sector, steal, polymorphic, and comes the adwares, spywares, spams, and most importantly trojans. We have different type of trojans and how they create a backdoor entry into your system. So I hope you get the point what I have tried to say. Thank you.